Well, I guess I'll get started here. I don't know who's watching. Alrighty, righty. Welcome everybody to a uh welcome everybody to a Biohazard Candy Kid podcast, a BHKK podcast. Let me know if you can hear me. As the microphone is right up close to me. It's not this far away. It is close to me. So let me know. Let me know if you can see me. I'm looking at my computer screen. Alrighty. Yeah, I'm just messing around with things on my computer. And just trying to adjust the mic. Let me check my levels. Alrighty. So, yeah, there's not going to be a flight sim tonight. There's not going to be one. I'll do one tomorrow. I mean, not tomorrow. I mean, it already is tomorrow. Where I am. But what I meant was I'll do a flight sim later on. Matter of fact, I don't even know what time it is. It's past like 1 something. It's exactly 2:35 where I am. In case you guys are wondering. So yeah. Well, I have some topics that we're going to talk about tonight. They're going to each be a segue into the next. Um, as a lot of you know, I do flight simulator videos, and I do all kinds of other videos. First of all, I would like to say something. You see me on camera. Why is that? Why do you see me on camera? Is there a reason? Well, yeah. You see, um, my computer has had a host of issues. Not too many issues, but I would say quite a bit. Like, I don't even know. A few issues. A few could be 3. It could be 4. It could be 2. Just 3 to 4 issues. As low as 2, right? So, what happened was okay. Upon continuing, here, let me, crap. Okay. Here's what happened. Some time ago, I was going to do a video and hook up my cameras, or my camera, my action camera, to my computer. And, I was going to hook it up and do a video. And when I hooked it up, it wouldn't register on my computer. So I was like, what the hell? So I tried looking into the issue. I tried everything to fix it. Nothing fixed it. Now, I run Windows 10 operating system, and Windows is a great operating system. I don't have any problems with Windows. Like, it's not perfect. Apple's not perfect. Neither is Linux. Neither is Ubuntu. Neither is any other operating system. Okay? But I generally don't have any problems with Windows. I like Windows. I don't like Bill Gates, but I like Windows. I don't like the guy who runs Windows now, but as an operating system, I've used it my whole life since DOS, because I remember my dad had a DOS computer from back in the 80s, like late 80s. We're talking about like 88, 89. And then beginning of the 90s, he had a desktop computer, which was a Dell, and it ran DOS with the blue screen, and there were only 2 games on there, Battle Chess and Tetris. And then I used to play floppy disk games on it whenever I could. And so then we transitioned to Windows, pretty easy. So I, stuck with Windows. My parents moved on to Apple and Linux. I have a Linux machine. I just forgot the password to it, so I'll have to reinstall Linux on there, or Windows 7, because it's a Windows 7 machine. It's an old Toshiba, and I have Windows 7 on CD. So my go-to right now is Windows 10. And I remember when Windows 10 came out, there were a lot of issues. But through updates, it got better and better, more refined, because Windows 10 was still coming out of the Windows 8 and 8.1 era, okay? Which Windows 8 and 8.1 was basically made for smartphones and tablets. It wasn't intended for PCs. Microsoft was trying to leave the PC. But that didn't work, because there's trillions of PCs out there, and the whole PC world said, fuck you. And Apple started to gain traction in their PCs. And so Microsoft said, all right, you want number 7? We'll give it to you. They came out with Windows 10 because the start menu, they came out with Windows 10 where the start menu looked like 7. It was familiar like 7. And Windows and Microsoft, okay, at first, they put a whole bunch of shit we didn't want into it. It was bloated. It had bloatware. And it also had backdoor shit. And it was also doing stuff that was like, whoa, what the fuck? Keystrokes, listening into your conversations. I mean, it's not like Windows XP wasn't doing that, but Windows 10 was notorious for doing a lot of bad things. So then they backported all that shit to 7 through updates. So if you have a Windows 7 machine that has all the updates, you get all that shit. Whereas they took a bunch of that stuff off of Windows 10, supposedly. Never trust what people say. That includes me. So basically, I got Windows 10. How? A buddy of mine gave me a tower to build a PC with. Okay? To build a PC out of. I was running a Windows XP machine that had no internet, which I know you can still hack, even though it's not connected to the internet. There's ways of hacking it. They did it in Iran a long time ago. My buddy told me that, which I didn't know until my buddy told me. And then I had a Windows 7 machine, which I gave to my friend, and then he gave back to me, and with Linux installed on it. It's Linux Mint. So literally, I got the tower and I started to buy components to build a computer. The motherboard, the RAM, the graphics card. And I told myself, I said, I want to play old games and I want to play new games for $600. I don't want to spend more than $600 on this build. A $600 build should allow me to play old games and new games with today's hardware. Like hardware from at least 2016 and up. Okay? Because my computer's hardware is newer than 2016. And so basically, so basically I bought the hardware. My friend, all he gave me was the tower and an SSD drive to put the operating system on. And then I bought an HDD drive, which was, I think, 1 terabyte or 2 terabytes. Then I bought another one, which is 4 terabytes. Okay? 4. And I can install a third one if I choose to. Or another SSD, which I might just install another SSD that's like 1 terabyte. And just put it in there. This tower is an Anoxia tower from like 2000 and... oh God, I don't even remember. But like it's from 2015. And I think it was like $200 back then. At least that's what my friend said. It was like $195 plus tax. So $200. I can put 3 disk drives in here if I wanted to, which is really nice. I wanted something with a disk drive if I was to build a new computer, because I have a bunch of physical media. Yes, I know. You can buy external disk drives. I have one, just in case I ever buy a new laptop. And yes, I can plug it into this computer and have 2 disk drives. But that's like in the days of Windows XP, when a lot of computers started phasing out the floppy disk. So what they do instead, they came out with external floppy disks, because I used to use those in high school, and I hated that shit. I I like the shit connected to the PC. Okay, so um, basically, I built this computer and I put Windows 10 on it. My buddy helped me out with a bunch of things. He gave me a bunch of free games and stuff like that, and all's handy dandy. Well, of course, me, my first time building a PC. Yes, I've watched PC builds on the internet. I should have known better. I was on the carpet. That was real shitty of me. Should have been on the desk. I didn't think about it until last minute when I was doing the last little things. But hold on a minute. And so uh I used this PC for a long time. Then I left the other house, moved, came here, right? And my family came here, yada yada yada. I set up this PC in this room right here that you see. This is not my bedroom. This is the guest bedroom slash my second room for the computer, video games, storage, some Lego stuff behind me, painting, a bookshelf filled with books and games and magazines and whatever. So it's a second room that I use, which will be a guest bedroom when other people stay here, whoever it may be. So basically, I put it in here. Uh, I put it on this desk that I'm using, which is a lifetime desk. It's a very big one. It's like those big family desks, like the foldable ones that you get at Costco or the hardware store that are like freaking, I don't know, 40 inches long. They're super big. That's what I'm using as a desk. Okay. Uh, we basically gave away my desk in Temecula. So, and they were glass desks. One of them actually shattered as we were maneuvering it outside. The whole thing shattered. So then we just left it out there and said, well, they'll take care of the rest. The other desk that was glass did not shatter, and people picked it up real quick. So I'm using this as a desk, which was one of my dad's old desks, which, hey, it worked out. This desk is solid. I recommend, if you want to get an office desk, don't go get an office desk. Get a lifetime table. I know I called it a lifetime desk, but this is a lifetime table. These are perfect. Sure, it's not an office desk. It doesn't have drawers. It doesn't have a slide out thing on the bottom for putting your keyboard and mouse. But who cares? The cost of this is cheaper than any desk that you can think of, unless you build your own desk out of wood for $50. This table that you see next to me, I bought this table myself. It's a 4-inch lifetime table. I bought it at Costco, I believe, or Lowe's. I can't remember now. It's foldable. If you scroll in my videos, and you'll see one of my old videos where I was trying to set this up for like a dual podcast for two people sitting at a table, doing a podcast. But literally, that didn't happen. I was close. I had someone who was going to continue with me, but something happened to him. And then, of course, I moved. So I'm here. This is my setup. This table, when guests arrive here, this table is actually going to get knocked down and put away. And then once they're gone, I'll just put it back up. That arm that you see over there, That arm that you see over there that has that heart on there, that's another one of these. I got that at Goodwill for $4. That arm right there, I got it at Goodwill for $4. Just in case you're wondering. I know I'm not looking at the camera. I know I keep looking down because I'm looking at my screen as I'm talking. Because I want to make sure my hand is correct to where it is. But that arm that you see over there, that was $4 at Goodwill. It's a arm where I can attach cameras to it. I can attach microphones to it, lights, and I'm going to be using it for different types of videos. Maybe I'll get different angles or whatever. But I got that for $4. It's just a cheap arm, just like this one. Okay, so yeah, this is my setup. You see, it's a corner. Okay, it's 2 tables. One was free. I mean, I didn't have to spend anything. The other one was like, oh God, I can't remember how much this was. I can look it up. Hold on. Hold on a minute. Let me see here. I think I said was this a 6 foot? No, this is a 4 foot. Nah. Or was it a 5 foot? You know, hold on, guys. I think I paid around like, you know what? I can't find this lifetime table. I think I might have found it. I think it was the Home Depot. Yeah. So I paid $44 and 96 cents. Here, let me show you. So I paid basically, yeah. I mean that was the price. That's the price today. But I paid somewhere around this price, like $40 for this table. Yeah, it's a 4 foot, one-handed, adjustable height, fold in half resin table, almond. It sits 4 people, as you can see down here. 4 people. Okay. Yeah. So do I recommend this table? Yeah. Hey, if you want to do a podcast and you're cheap, like what I mean by cheap is like you don't want to spend a lot for a table to sit 4 people around or 2 people. And you want something that's not going to take up too much space. No matter if you have a mansion or an apartment or a medium-sized house. This is, they got it in black too, but I guess it's out. This is a perfect table. It folds up real nice. Lifetime just builds great quality stuff. Yeah, they hold up real nice. You can even use it outside for like a nice little patio table. You can carry it. You can work outside. As you see here, it shows a human being on a computer and stuff like that. Um, and of course, Lifetime even has like uh, kids chairs. They have the plastic chairs. Um, you get a set of 4 here. Here you get a set of 13. So I mean, look, Lifetime even has this bench. It's like a little park bench. Really nice. Lifetime has some good stuff. I have to admit, you know, um, it's not bad. And I guess you could spray paint this if you wanted to, uh, or just put a cloth over it. Which I had a cloth over this. I got a Dollar Tree cloth, like the tablecloth. I got a Dollar Tree one that you find in the party section because I just wanted something real quick. I didn't want to spend more than $1, or $1.25 now, for a table, and for a tablecloth for what I'm doing. But now I'm gonna get something a little better. It ripped on the side, so I just threw it away today. But yeah, so this table's very good. I like it. Um, I can't complain too much, you know. So yeah, so I got this table, and stuff like that. So basically, what happened? Um, well, I had this whole setup, right? Everything's working fine. Um, as a matter of fact, I was using this table to do some of my first videos here when we were still setting up things in this house. And I set it up in my bedroom. And it was just kind of vertical. My bed is like, there's the wall. My bed is facing this way. And then the table is just vertical, from the foot of my bed. And so basically, I started doing stuff on my phone because my computer wasn't set up. So then I finally set up my computer. And months go by, days go by, weeks go by, and I'm just using the damn thing. Well, one day I was going to do a video and I was going to plug in my camera so you could see my face. I was going to do a video on YouTube, whether it was live stream or pre-recorded. I was going to, do YouTube. And then, okay. So one day I was going to get on YouTube. Okay. And post a video or do a video or whatever. Okay. And I plugged in my camera to the computer because I was going to use my camera when doing this video. I wasn't just going to do a screen record. I was going to use my camera. Well, the camera turned on, but the computer wouldn't read the camera. Oh, you know what it was? Now I remember. I was going to use my DSLR because I was using it with what's it called? I got this little dongle for capturing. It was a capture card. It's a cheap capture card from Walmart by Vivitar. I mean, it's cheap in the price, but it's just as good as the Elgato, just as good as any other capture card. And so I was going to use my DSLR. Well, it wouldn't register. So then I tried my action cameras because I said, oh, it's probably my DSLR. Well, my action cameras wouldn't register. So I tried fixing the issue for like days, weeks. I couldn't fix it. So then I just started doing videos without my camera. But I was bummed out because I was like, well, you won't be able to see me. Yeah, I know there's a lot of people that do videos and you don't see them, which is cool. I don't have a problem with that. But there are some videos that, hey, I like to show you what I'm doing, or, I'd like you to see me, whatever. There's some days maybe I want the camera, maybe I want the camera out. Maybe I want to put on the camera, turn it on, And so basically, I started doing videos without the camera. Well, this week has been really crazy. I know that it's Sunday and it's not the end of the week. It's the first day of the week, but last week is what I meant to say, not this week. Last week was crazy. My computer, what happened? Well, it showed a blue screen. I turned it on. I was going to do a video, and it showed a blue screen. I was going to do a flight sim video. Blue screen came on, basically stating, cannot boot Windows. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? Well, let's just say I was shit out of luck. Let's just say all hell broke loose. And so I messaged my buddy, the one who gave me the tower. I asked him a few questions, had him converse back and forth with me on text. Well, finally, I got my Windows 10 Windows 10 key, okay, that I bought. It's a legitimate Windows 10 key, a little flash drive thing that I got from Best Buy when I built this computer. And basically, I said, you know what? I'm just going to wipe this whole computer clean and do a fresh install. See if that fixes what's going on. I was about to say everything, but see if that fixes what's going on. And I didn't know what the hell is going on. Now, I told you earlier, when I built this computer, I was on the carpet. Bad idea. Well, my friend, he knew about that, because he's like, oh, you're on the carpet? What the hell? Well, see, he said it could be that, or it could be a lot of other things. And I even looked up online what could cause the blue screen, to happen. And a lot of people said it could be a lot of things. So literally, I don't know what it was. Okay? I have no idea. And so basically, I reinstalled Windows. Everything works fine. I was curious about the camera. I said, let me plug in a camera. I downloaded OBS again. Let me plug in a camera. I plugged in my action camera, the DB Power EX5000. Bam. The camera shows. I mean, you see me right now. I was like, wow, I didn't just fix the blue screen issue where I wouldn't boot up Windows. I fucking fixed everything. This computer was wiped clean of everything. Thanks to me saving my Windows 10 flash drive in the box. I had to search for it because I still have boxes in the garage that I, just haven't taken all the stuff out, and I'm not going to unless I really need it, like that Windows 10 key. And I found it because I knew exactly what box I put it in. And so I was excited that I fixed my own issue. And my buddy was like, oh, install Linux to see if an operating system boots up. If it doesn't, then it's an issue with your motherboard, all this stuff. If it is, and I didn't do that. I mean, I told him I did that, but I really didn't do that. And I just told him that, like, what I told him was, yeah, things boot up because I reinstalled Windows on a different drive and it booted up just fine. So it was something with my SSD card. The SSD card wasn't registering Windows 10. It wasn't booting up. The motherboard was fine. My two of my HDD drives, okay, hard disk drives were just fine. But my solid state drive was fucked. So I basically had to reinstall Windows 10 on that. And actually, I had to unplug both of my HDD drives, my hard disk drives, to figure out which one was my SSD. Because when you go into the BIOS, you put in your key, then you go into the BIOS settings, you go, where it shows like all the disk drives that are plugged in. Well, it didn't say which one was, well, it did say which one was the HDD and SSD, but it didn't say like disk drive F, disk drive C, disk drive H, J, which is what I'm familiar with. So that's what I was looking for because my SSD was disk drive C, but I didn't see disk drive C. All I saw was, and actually, I didn't even look for HDD or SSD. I was just looking for disk drive F, disk drive C, disk drive D. You get the point. So I unplugged everything, reinstalled Windows 10, got it up and running. So that's why you see me now on camera, and that's why you see my desktop doesn't have all the games that I used to have. Yes, the game folder's there, the one that says games, but there's only a few games in there. I have to reinstall all the games. Now, there is an issue with my Wi-Fi card where when I use Steam, my Wi-Fi card basically goes out and then comes back in and then goes out. And what I mean that it comes back in is I manually bring back the internet, and then to continue downloading the game off of Steam, and then it goes out again. Oh, and another thing, I lost passwords that were on that computer. That were previously on this computer. Some, they were passwords that had been reset. Like, some of them were new passwords because I had reset my password to my, what's it called? YouTube and, other various accounts from other websites. And basically, I was fucked, right? So I had to, now luckily I remember my passwords to my emails. And luckily I remember my emails so far. Sometimes, because I know my emails, but I forget the passwords. And luckily, they'll just send you a link to your phone, and you just press it, and it's like, okay, is this you or whatever? So I just reset everything, set new passwords for everything, wrote them down. I'm going to save them on a flash drive. So basically, I'm back in business. I am back in business. I keep looking at the screen here as I'm talking. I should be looking at the camera. The camera is up on this speaker that I have that's connected to my computer. To my television for when I play my PlayStation 3, my PS2, PlayStation, and Nintendo Wii games. So the speaker is on top of my monitor speakers. It's my old Gateway speakers from the old Gateway PC that I had, that I gave to my buddy. So basically, that's the Gateway speakers are sitting up top, my monitor speakers, okay, from M Audio, and then the camera is on this like monkey tripod, and I don't have it twisted all which way. I just folded out the arms and just the basic, tripod shape, triangle shape, like, tripod shape, whatever. And then So that's how the tripod is, and then the camera is just on the tripod and it's just sitting there. Is it going to be a permanent position? Probably not. I'll find a different solution. But for now, this is how I'm doing it. So, yeah. And those of you who just joined, feel free to put a comment in the comment section. Get in the live chat. And then, yeah, hit the thumbs up, like, subscribe, share, hit that bell notification. Get me noticed, have people watch my content. As I try to bring literally the best content there is on this planet. I try to. I'm trying my best. Gotta adjust these pant legs. These are my new pants and stuff. Yep, raver pants all the way. So, oh, come on. So, yeah, raver pants all the way. Let me know if you can hear me better. I'm still trying to adjust the mic so you can hear me a lot better. I don't want it so close that it starts peaking and blowing out. And then that you can't see, a part of my face. I don't want it that close. I want it just close enough so you can hear me and you can see a part of my face. You can see my face, you can hear me and stuff like that. So just let me know, what you think of this setup. I mean, just I don't really, in the end, and we're going to get into this topic, okay? Because I have a lot to talk about. This might be a 5-hour stream. I might not go to bed tonight. I don't give a shit. I got shit to talk about. Okay? First of all, I don't care about setups. When it comes to, let me get a little closer. When it comes to setups, I really don't care. Yes, I watch Marcus Picks. Yes, I watch Linus Tech Tips. Yes, I've seen, what is it? OZ Talks, Oz Talks. I've seen all these people who they do setup reviews. They do setups, like setup tutorials, setup reviews. They teach you about equipment and all that. Yes, I've watched all that. But in the end, I don't really give a shit. Because all I need the information for is just to see what the heck is out there in terms of cameras, tripods, lights, microphones, and stuff like that. After that, I'm going to make my own setup, buy my, and then buy the stuff that I'm going to, and then purchase the stuff that I choose based off of my own preferences. None of this stuff here came from someone else telling me to get it. These M-Audio headphones, I didn't get them because somebody else did a review on them or somebody else has them. The reason why I got these M-Audio headphones is because I have M-Audio monitor speakers. That's the reason why I have these M-Audio headphones, is because I have M Audio monitor speakers hooked up to my computer. Okay? That's the reason why I got these headphones. Is because I got M Audio speakers, M Audio monitors, and they work real well. And also, I have an M Audio keyboard. It's a 25 key Axiom keyboard, okay, from M Audio. And M Audio makes really great stuff. A lot of their stuff is American made, right here in America. Now, I haven't recently, I did check actually this year or last year. Last year I checked and it said some of their stuff I think was still made in the US and some other stuff maybe made in China or maybe Canada. I don't know, but they still make a good portion of their high-end stuff here in America. So M Audio is a great company. I like M Audio. I mean, the BX5As, which I only have one of my originals. The other one blew out. So I had to get a new M Audio speaker, BX5. Okay, so when I got my M Audio speakers, oh God, this was back in 2000 and how long have I had these? Yeah, since 2010, I believe. 9? I can't remember. But I got the BX5As. Forward some years, when I went to replace my other one, guess what? They're called, it's the same speaker, just newer, and they took off the A, so they're just called BX5s. BX5. But they're basically the same. There's no difference. So, yeah, I like M Audio stuff. So that's why I chose these headphones. Yes, I looked at reviews to see what other people felt about the headphones. Not to look at it as like, I'm not going to buy these or I am going to buy these. No. I already had bought them. I mean, I didn't get them off of Amazon yet, but I already had bought them. I just wanted to see what other people thought about them. I knew they were going to be great studio headphones. I wasn't looking for studio headphones that cost $300 from whatever name it comes from. Any name. From any name. I didn't want to spend $300 from any name. I wanted to spend my $30 for a pair of studio headphones. And a lot of people will say, well, it's not the back end, open end, this end, that end, over ears, under ears, all this shit. I don't give a shit about all that. I typed in studio headphones on Amazon. I looked at every single studio headphone that was there. And then when I saw the M Audios, I was like, that's what I want. I know M Audio. I trust M Audio. That's what I want. So I already, when I saw them, I already bought them. My eyes already bought the M Audios. I looked at videos to see what other people's opinions were about them. A lot of people said they were shit. A lot of people said they were good. But I already had bought them. And I already had said to myself, these are good headphones, and I'm buying them. I purchased them. I got them. End of story. That's how it went. And that's how it went for a lot of my stuff. A lot of stuff that, a lot of these things that I purchased for doing podcasts and doing videos outside. Like literally. These panel lights These panel lights are like $24 a piece. And they're no-name panel lights off of Amazon. Sure, I'm sure they're knockoffs or whatever, but they work. And they actually have two knobs. They can be plugged in to a wall socket or a power strip. And they can run off of NP550 batteries. Sony NP550 batteries. Or just commonly known as NP550 batteries, which I got a bunch. So these are perfect. These stands, these panel lights, and then I got a pair of softbox lights. It came in a set of 2, and they're not the old softbox lights that have the old school bulbs that if you crack them, they have a bunch of mercury, or the old incandescent. No, these are LEDs, and I think I spent probably like $115, $110 for both. It came with, both soft boxes, 2 stands. The stands are shit because it's the kind where you have to, twist the knob to secure it in place, not where it's a latch. So I still have the stands. I don't even think I threw one away. One of the tops off of one of those stands, I was screwing on an audio interface that I have for my camera, and it broke off. And I was disappointed, but then I said, wait a minute, I can still install a softbox on there because a softbox doesn't screw onto the top of the screw head. You put it down, and then you tighten it on the back via the little tighten screw thing. So I was like, okay, I'll keep it just for softbox purposes. What did I do? I got these E-Mart stands off of Amazon. You get a pack of 2 of them, so I got 4. Okay. Ooh. I seriously thought the light in front of me was falling. I was going to have to come and catch it. Oh, no, you know what? No, was it an E-Mart stand? I think it was an E-Mart stand that I screwed up. Not my old softbox stands. Yeah, my old softbox stands, the twisty things to keep them in place, the nuts and bolts, they got screwed up. So now I just have to use a screwdriver to tighten them and loosen them. But I think it was an E-Mart one, and I screwed up the top portion where the threads are. The whole thread stem broke off, and it stuck into my the bottom of the audio interface, the little microphone, whatever, for my camera. And so basically, I had to buy another stand from E-Mart. And E-Mart makes really good stands. If you're looking for just cheap stands, you can get a pack of them. I forgot the price, but I think it's like $25 for 2. I don't even remember. But so yeah, and then I got some other tripods, like camera tripods and stuff. I have little desk tripods, I guess you can call them mini pods. So all this stuff I acquired myself. It's nothing expensive. The most expensive thing is my DSLR and my gimbal. Actually, both gimbals. I have 2 motorized gimbals. I used to have, before I got the big one, I used to have 2. One of them was more of a cell phone gimbal. And it was on air. It's on air is actually a product that they sell at Staples or Office Depot. Except, here's the thing. I went on Amazon. On air is basically, I think, Moza. M-O-Z-A. But they just call it on air. So it's the same, because they had the same gimbal that I had before off of, off of Amazon. but it was a different company, but same gimbal. And so I got one of those from Staples, I think, and I used it with my cell phone because I was doing videos with cell phones for a while because I didn't have the whole setup. I didn't have what I have now. I mean, I didn't have a DSLR basically, which is my dedicated camera for doing other things, other types of videos. But for like just sitting around in here, I'm just going to use this cheap little action camera. So then, basically, what happened? That croaked on me, that gimbal, but I already had another gimbal. I had I still have it. It's the Zhiyun Crane M2. I like it. You can use small cameras with it, action cameras, cell phones. It works just fine. So since I got a Zhiyun product, I was like, you know what? Why don't I get something that supports my DSLR? Let's get the whear 3. And that's what I got. I got the Zhiyun whear 3. Matter of fact, it's right there. I don't know if you could see it. Right. Yeah, right over there. I don't know if you could see that. But this is the Zhiyun whear 3. It's an awesome machine. I don't have the attachments for it, so I'm shit out of luck. But this thing is awesome. Now, I know a lot of you are going to say, well, the DJI, the Ronin stuff, all the other companies are better. I don't give a shit. I don't care. There's no such thing as better. And there's no such thing as best. That doesn't, and it never, and that type of mentality, those ideologies never existed. Why did I get that? Because of the price. You get a lot of bang for very little buck. Very little. Of course, it can cost a little more if you get it with the bag, the carry case and all that. But for what I need it to do, for what I'm going to do with it, it's the perfect price. I didn't get the bundle. I just got the thing that comes. I basically just got the standalone. You get the box, you get all the accessories. There's no handle for it. End of story. I don't care about all the other companies, about all the other shit. Yeah, they're all nice. They're all worthwhile. Spend less money when setting up a studio for YouTube. Spend the least amount of money possible. And that doesn't mean just grab your cell phone and start doing videos. Just hold it with your hand. Don't even buy a cell phone case. Just, you have a cell phone, it's in your hand, there you go. No. Don't use a cell phone. A cell phone was not meant for video. That's an afterthought. That's why the cameras on cell phones suck. All of them do. They all suck. Cell phones are not cameras. The camera is an afterthought. Everything else on a cell phone is an afterthought. That's why cell phones suck for everything except calling. It's great for calling. It sucks for texting. It sucks for internet. It sucks for everything else. But it's great for calling. Sure, okay, it's a great social media device because you can go on your social media feed anywhere you want without lugging around a big desktop or laptop. And because you have service all the time, everywhere, every day and night. Like, sure. But that's not what a cell phone was meant for in the first place. It was meant for communicating via talking. You call someone. Hello? Hello? Yes. This is Mr. Gundav. You dial the number. Beep, 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 beep. All the other stuff is just, all the other things are just add-ons that weren't meant for this. If you want music, use an MP3 player. I have one. I got it a few years ago. Why? Because I'm sick and tired of this damn cell phone shit. Sure, it's nice to sit at the dinner table, go on YouTube, connect your cell phone to a Bluetooth speaker, play some music, while you're eating dinner instead of playing the radio. That's nice because you can search whatever you want on the internet. Okay, I'm fine with that. Or if I'm going to do a music video, I just connect my cell phone real quick. If I'm at home, play the Bluetooth speaker, start dancing, post the video. But besides that, I want an MP3 player. I used to have some. They got stolen. So I bought another one. Cheap off of Amazon. I can stick a flash drive into it. A little SanDisk Micro. Up to I think 128. And the MP3 player is already a 64. So think about how many songs that would be if I added the 128. And I'm not even full. I think I probably have over 1,000 songs. Yeah, that's nothing. 64 gigs. Woo. So literally, I don't care about what products you have. I don't give a shit about your setup. Okay? My setup works just fine. You can hear me. You can see me. You see the mic. You don't see the lights. I just showed you I have a gimbal. It works. Yes, I know that there's people out there that are going to say, well, that's a shitty setup. Well, fuck you. There's a reason why I watch Marcus Picks. You see, first of all, okay, let's talk about Fast and Furious, the movie, the franchise. Well, there's a guy named Craig Lieberman who helped produce the first two. Okay? And maybe the third, if I'm not mistaken. I stand correct. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I know he did the first one. And so basically, he now has a YouTube channel talking about Fast and Furious, talking about all the stuff, Well, why did he come out and do a YouTube channel? Because there's a buttload of people that don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Why is Marcus Picks on YouTube? Because there's a buttload of people that don't know what they're talking about. And Marcus Picks was in Hollywood. He made a movie. He directed a movie. He was a painter. He designed model malls for people who wanted to build malls in the 80s. He built 3D models out of like foam core, out of whatever, of malls, shopping centers. He knows what the heck he's doing. He even played an instrument. This guy's from Germany. Marcus Picks. Marcus. Marcus is a German name. And Picks, I guess so too. Literally. He knows what he's talking about. I know there's a lot of you that don't watch his videos. I know there's a lot of you who are like, oh, fuck that shit. I'm going to go watch, Peter McKinnon. Or I'm going to go watch, I don't know, some other guy. I just named Peter McKinnon because he's one that comes off the top of my head of people that I've seen. Literally. Like, you're going to go watch someone who is a so-called YouTuber, but you're not going to watch someone who's actually made a movie in the Hollywood movie industry in the 90s that was low budget, out of foam core. Marcus Picks, you know what he says a lot in his videos? He's like, who in the hell am I? No one cares about me. I'm nobody. Oh, because I don't have the flashing lights behind me that are red and blue and pink and white and turquoise and orange. And I don't have, LUTs and I don't use this camera, that camera, and blah, 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 blah. Marcus Picks has 30 million cameras, 30 million tripods, 30 million lights. He has 30 million microphones. He has 30 million items that pertain to photos and videos like you can't imagine. He schools all of you. There's a video that Marcus Picks did, and he has a health channel, by the way. I think it's called The Healthy Life. But he did a video where he, in the video, said, I have a Lamborghini, I have a Ferrari. I don't drive them, except on Sundays. I drive a Lexus during the week. Yes, I live in a mansion out in Nevada, but I drive a Lexus. Marcus Picks is a frugal man. Marcus Picks looks for deals. Marcus Picks gives away things for free. I got one of his things. I keep mentioning that. And not because he gave it to me for free. That's not why I keep mentioning it. I keep mentioning that because there's a point to it. Marcus Picks is a real genuine person. He knows what the fuck he's talking about. So I think all of you in this world better listen up. Because I bet you if George Lucas or Steven Spielberg came on YouTube and started their own channel and taught you all there is to know, all they know, you'd fucking listen to them in a heartbeat. Oh, but because it's Marcus Picks, who is the same as those people, worked in Hollywood, made a movie, you're not going to listen to him? Because he looks like some rocker dude from the 80s and 90s that needs to just, what? Get the hell out of here? Nah. Seriously? He knows what he's talking about. He doesn't need special effects. He doesn't need all these, weird colored lights. Yes, I got a light from Bin Time. that I can plug in right now and it flashes all these colors and I can, have it flash police colors and I can, I can even have it just be white or skin color, the bicolor thing, or it could be tricolor, or it could be, I don't know, rainbow color, whatever, semen color, fuck you color. But I don't give a shit about that. Yeah, I'm a raver. I like laser lights. I like all those, different colors. But that's because I'm a raver. That's because I'm a person of the rave culture. But in terms of videos, sure, if I wanted a certain special effect, okay, if I was making a movie and I wanted to have a blue light shining because I wanted, a certain look to a certain scene, great. But I'm not doing that. I'm sitting up here in this room, talking to you guys, posting it to YouTube, doing a live stream, a pre-record. So seriously, like, what the fuck? Everybody needs to relearn how to do videos, how to, you need to relearn everything from cameras to lights to microphones. What are you going to say? What in the fuck are you going to say? You're going to say Mr. Beast? Huh? You're going to call out Mr. Beast's name and say, so he needs to relearn when he's the biggest YouTuber of all? He's like he's like the richest YouTuber ever? No, that's just because, the lights, camera, and all, that has nothing to do with that. That's because he figured out the formula to YouTube. But he's still shit. Mr. Beast is not Steven Spielberg. He's not George Lucas. He's not, what is it, Quentin Tarantino. Or even Jackie Chan, who directed a few movies. Seriously. It's fucking ridiculous. That you guys would mention Mr. Beast or someone like him and say, oh, well, if they need to relearn, then how come they have a bunch of views? Looks like you need to learn because you don't have a bunch of views. And get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. Marcus Picks tells people every day, it's not the camera gear. It's not the microphones. It's not, audio is important more than video, okay? First of all, audio is important. Sure, we all like to click that 4K and 1080p and, 1440p. And we don't like 720 or 480 or what is it? 240p resolution. Sure. And when I say I'm included, but to a certain degree, because I don't mind 720. There's some video games that I have that you can't go past 720 in resolution because they're just old games before they came out with the, 1080 by 12 whatever, or 12 whatever by 1080. So, or, before the 800 by 600, whatever. So, like, literally, I don't care to a certain degree. And I do care to a certain degree. So, my happy medium is 1080p, 30 or 60 frames per second. I don't mind. I have no problem with that. But everybody's like, I gotta have 4K, 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 4K. 1440, 8K, 2.5K. Sure, if the video has 1440p, then I'll watch it in 1440p. But if it only goes up to 1080 or 720, okay, whatever. I don't give a shit. I'll watch it. I don't give a crap. And you shouldn't give a crap either. You need to stop. You don't see in 4K. You don't see in 2.5K. And a lot of this shit uses an upscaling technique. It's not even native. It's just like the PlayStation and Xbox and all that. Those things aren't native. PCs do native 4K. Some cameras from some manufacturers do 4K natively. And some cell phones natively. But like, who cares? Why does it have to be in 4K? For what? 1080 looks fine. This is 1080p. What, you can't see me? I'm blurry? I'm a blob on the screen? What? You can't. What color pants are these? What? I can't make out the color. Oh, I can't tell what color shirt that is. Oh, is that your face or is that a mask? It's fuzzy and blurry. Please put it in 4K. Man, get the fuck out of here with that shit. You see this little light? Okay? All right? This little light came with a kit. This light is powerful. It recharges, okay, because it has a rechargeable battery. And then I can use 4 AAA batteries with it. Really nice, really convenient. Okay? If I was just to hook up this light right here to where that panel light is, and then turn off the other panel light, which is basically right here around the corner, and you guys wouldn't know where the panel lights are unless I told you. But if I was to use this light, okay, and then sync it up with and then jeez. And then sync it up with, oh God. There we go. And then sync it up with this light. No. I guess I have to plug it in. And then sync it up with this light. So basically I put this light over there, okay? This light right here, over there. And then this light over there. You know, if I was just to use both of these lights, I could achieve the same effect that I have now with both panel lights. Or I could achieve the same effect right now if I had both my softboxes up. I would just have to adjust because softboxes are different from panel lights, and they're different from these type of lights, you know. It doesn't matter what light you use. Who cares? It doesn't matter what microphone you use. Who cares? Who gives a shit? Just get a microphone and use it. This microphone right here, that's why I grabbed it. This microphone alone Okay. First of all, this is not the original phone piece. Okay. I had to buy a pair of two because the original phone piece, literally, it got ripped. The top portion ripped. So, but this microphone right here, all right, this cost me no more than $24. Came with a cord, XLR to 3.5 millimeter. It came with a little holder to hold it, which broke. So that's why I got this new holder right here. This piece, okay. The bottom portion is the is the tripod. Is a tripod. It's the one that goes on my Genuine Weebel 3 gimbal. But this microphone right here is a sturdy microphone. All you do is you plug in a AA battery in here, turn it on. This microphone picks up like you can't imagine. Okay? For literally $24, $23, $25, depending on which package you get, because there's another package which adds $1 because it adds something else. But literally, this is a shotgun mic. I mean, I can hold it like an interview mic like this, or I could, shotgun it like this. It works. I don't give a shit about anything else. I just wanted a shotgun mic for a cheap price. And what cheap price? Anything under $30. And I found one. I have some others. I have one that I got for free from Marcus Picks. Like I said, it's a name brand. Okay? They're based in Australia. They work just fine. It's $50. I didn't pay $50. I got it for free. Sweet. I got one that's practically a knockoff of that one. It works just fine. I think that one was around like, I don't know, 20 some dollars, $30. I can't remember. But it works just fine. This works just fine. This microphone, which is a Mayonocaster Lite microphone, which comes with the Mayonocaster Lite setup, which is what I'm mixer board thing, audio interface mixer board, audio mixer. Basically, it works just fine. Over there, there's a microphone sitting right over there next to that arm that I showed you. It's a Movo microphone. It works just fine. It's a PCM6 or whatever. It works just fine. I don't have any issues with it. Now the thing's selling for $9 off of Amazon because I guess they're trying to get rid of them. But I think I bought mine for much more than that. Closer to like $25 or $30 or I can't remember. But that thing fucking works. It's XLR. All three of these mics you see right here are XLR. My other ones are 3.5 millimeter. I mean, the jacks inside of here are XLR, like, inside the microphone. I can make these XLR to 3.5 millimeter. I just stick the XLR side into the microphone and then 3.5 millimeter into my audio mixer. They work just fine. There's no problem. I'm using M Audio headphones with this Mayonocaster Lite microphone, and I don't hear any peaking. I don't hear any, I don't hear anything. Sure, okay, the cables I use, sure, there's a little bit of static, like very minute. You have to have such an ear to hear it. It's not even funny. I didn't even hear it at first. Like I said, I had to develop that ear, the type of hearing. And it works just fine. I don't have any issues. What? Are you going to be scanning my videos to see if you can hear the cheapness in my quality? The cheapness in my stuff? You're going to be, oh, I can hear that. Oh, there it is. Oh, man, this guy's shit. Marcus Picks, he likes all the little fun, cheap, microphones, cameras, and, tripods, lights, whatever. He doesn't care about the expensive stuff. He's like, look, for $10, you get the same shit and better quality. Sometimes you find stuff for $100 that's better quality. Sometimes there's better quality things at $100 versus the $5,000 item. I know a lot of you are going to say, oh, well, you're not the upper echelon. You're still down there with the peasants. Oh, this and that. Man, get the fuck out of here, upper echelon. I am the upper echelon. You guys need to step it up. It's fucking ridiculous. You guys are over here talking about upper echelon. Like, oh, there's a reason why it's $20,000. Nobody cares about the Reds camera. Nikon bought Reds. Now Reds is going to work with Nikon mounts, this and that. I could care less. I have my Nikon camera. If I get another camera, if it's going to be an action camera, I'm probably going to get the Brave 8 LE because it also has an HDMI port. Or maybe one of the DJI Osmo action cameras, if they have any HDMI ports. I still have to look into that. But that's about it. If it's action camera, if it's camcorder, oh, definitely Sony or Panasonic. I think Canon makes some too, but Sony or Panasonic. And Marcus Picks, there's one that he recommends. Marcus Picks recommends one. I think he has 2 of them, 2 or 3, because they're really good. If I get another camera, Panasonic Lumix G7. I know they came out in 2014, 15. Still, it has all the features that all these new 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025 cameras have. 4K, image stabilization, crop in, crop out. I mean, all the features. It came out in 2015, 14, depending on which country you were in. It sells for less than $600. And you can get it in kind of the old school grayish color and black. Literally. It beats the competition. Today. It came out in 2014, 2015. Marcus Picks has 3 of them. They're really good cameras. I would have that as a backup camera. Alrighty? Seriously. I learn from everyone. But yet, there comes a point in time when you know who's true and who's not. You know which ones are real and which ones are fake phonies. You know which ones are real and you know which ones are not real. Which ones are fake and which ones are not fake. Okay? You know who you come to a point where you just know who's fake and who's real and who's true. and who's telling you the truth and who's giving you good, viable information and who's not just doing a video just to have you click on it and waste your time. Marcus Picks doesn't waste your time. So far, he's been one of the people on YouTube who's been real, who's actually telling you practically all the secrets on how to do videos and photos. He's been doing it his whole life. Half of these other people, and when I say half, I mean the rest of the 80%, they literally have only been doing it for like what? 20 years, 15 years, 10 years, 10 years. Whereas Marcus Picks has done it his whole entire life, a lifetime. He was born doing photos and videos. So he knows what he's talking about. So please, just literally, just don't come and do a video setup that's like $10,000 because I gotta look like Austin Evans, I gotta look like Marcus Brownlee. I mean, hell, there's people just using a cell phone and they're looking better than a guy who has $10,000 setup. I would advise you, don't use a cell phone. It's up to you if you want the convenience. But if you're trying to set up a studio, if you're trying to, I'll tell you about a setup. I'll tell you about a studio setup here in a bit. But if you're trying to do that, man, you better basically have, you better come in with just $100. Because you can have a setup. You can have a setup for literally like God, I mean, if I was to calculate this, you could get an action camera, okay, for let's say $300 flat. Then, well, actually, okay, let's say this. You get an action camera, $100. $100. You get an audio mixer for $100 and it comes with the microphone and the cables. And the action camera comes with all the accessories. So that's $200 right there. Then you get I don't know, let's say a softbox lighting kit. And let's say that softbox lighting kit is $150. That's $350. That's all that is. $350. You got a camera. You got a mixer that came with a microphone and the cables. So you got the camera that came with all the accessories, the audio mixer that came with the microphone and its accessories, and then a softbox lighting kit that came with, let's say, 3 lights, two front facing and 1 overhead. So camera, audio mixer, lights. What else do you need? Tell me. What else do you need? You don't need anything else. You just download OBS. It's a free program. You download Shotcut. It's a free program for editing. OBS is a free program for doing pre-records and then doing pre-records and live streams, you don't need anything else. You spent $300. Let's see. So $100 is the interface and microphone. Another $100 is the camera and the accessories. Oh, okay, hold on. And then the lighting kit is $150. Oh, and when I say accessories, some cameras come with a memory card. They come with like a 32 gig or a 64 gig. Hey. So that's what I mean, all the accessories. And so literally that's audio interface, camera, and lights. What do they say? Lights, camera, action? You spent $350 and you're already on YouTube? That's phenomenal. See? I mean, anything cheaper is your cell phone, because you already bought the cell phone and you don't have to buy anything else. But, you have to factor in the price of the cell phone. You have to put the price of the cell phone in. So you bought the cell phone for texting, for other things, but you not for YouTube. But see, now you want to start doing a YouTube channel about whatever. If you bought a cell phone that was $200, well, you're $200 in. If you bought a cell phone that was $100, you're $100 in. If you bought one of those cell phones that's, it's like a $50 cell phone and a track phone or whatever, it's a cheap smartphone, you're in at $50. You're in the whole, to do YouTube, you're in at $50. You cannot do YouTube. Well, actually, you can't do YouTube for free. Well, you can. If you can do YouTube for free if basically you're using someone else's stuff, whether it's your cell phone, computer. Because I was about to say, well, you can do YouTube for free. It's called screen record. But what does it take to screen record? I'm not talking about software-wise. Hardware-wise, it takes a computer. So when you are doing YouTube and screen recording, and you didn't buy a cell phone, you didn't buy a camera, you didn't buy all the accessories, well, you have to factor in how much the computer cost. And if that computer was a $600 computer, well, you're in at $600. If it was a $300 computer, it was a $300. If it was a $2,500 computer or a $4,000 computer, well, you basically spent $4,000 just and then started doing YouTube. Even if you never used that computer before for YouTube, you used it mainly for gaming or for other things, well, hey, YouTube is going to be my business. Well, you're already in at $4,000. Hope to God that you think twice. And I'm about to fall asleep here. But I'll catch with you. I guess I'll catch with you guys tomorrow. Or later on when I wake up. I'm gonna do a flight sim, and then we'll get back to that. I got other topics I gotta talk about, but I'm about to fall asleep. So just bear with me here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I don't even know how long I've been going for. An hour and 42 minutes and whatever seconds. That's not bad. I guess we can keep it on the down low. We can I guess we can keep it on the low tonight. But yeah, like, subscribe, share, hit the thumbs up. I mean, I don't care about that too much. Just do it so the algorithm, does its thing. so I get noticed a lot more. So it goes into other people's feeds a lot more. Just help out the algorithm, stuff like that. Just do it for that. Because really, at the end of the day, I just want this world to be a better place. That's it. I'm trying not to doze off, but my eyes want to shut, and man. So yeah. But I'll do another video tomorrow. I want to see how this one goes. Before I do another BHKK podcast, which BHKK is just Biohazard Candy Kid podcast. I might have another podcast. Might call it something different. So I'll see. And it might be for certain topics, but we'll see about that. Oh, okay. And I was going to talk to you about studios and studio setups. So I moved to South Carolina, and I'm just browsing around here, see what's around here. I mean, not like anything different, but just exploring, just going around, looking at the city and the state and whatever. Well, there's this market that someone here told me about that I used to work with when I was first working here for a friend of mine that I became friends with. And so basically, they said, hey, there's this market down there. You might be able to get free tools, this and that, yada, yada, yada. So I was like, all right, let me check it out. There was this guy selling soaps and skincare products, all homemade. And I asked him, I said, hey, I wanted to do this stuff. I wanted someone to teach me this and that. And then I said, oh, I do YouTube, this and that, blah, blah, blah. And we started talking about various things. And then he said, oh, I could teach you how to make this stuff. It's not that hard, this and that. Well, it ended up being what it ended up being is that, or what became of the situation is me and him are now doing a YouTube channel. It's not up. It's not even, we don't have anything. We're not signed in. We didn't open up an account or anything. But me and my buddy Harlem, we're basically setting up a studio. We're setting up the channel. It's going to be great content. It's not only going to be just me and him. Sometimes it'll be just him solo. Sometimes I'm going to be solo. Sometimes we're going to have guests, whether it be friends, family, or people we just meet. And we're also going to do stuff out in the field. Like we're going to drive places and go do stuff out in the field work. But for now, it's mostly going to be in the studio. And yes, it's going to be monetized. Yes, we're going to be making money with it because it's going to be a business, a podcast business. It's not just going to be this, like what I do with this channel, which if I decide to do another channel myself and get that channel monetized, great. If not, I'll just make money with him. So it's a partnership we have. I'm locked in. He's locked in. So I helped him get a bunch of stuff. I had him get some of the same stuff I have. Of course, this action camera that I'm using right now, you can't buy it off of Amazon anymore, but you can buy them used elsewhere. But this microphone, not this one that I'm using, but the other one, the PCM6, the one from Movo, basically, I had him get a bunch of those because he wants to have 4 people at some point, around the desk. He got himself a lifetime desk. He got, Akaso action cameras. He got a whole bunch of stuff. The mixer board, he went ahead and got the Rodecaster Pro 2. He wanted something more professional, yada, yada, yada. You can hook up 4 people to it. Fine. I had him get a softbox lighting kit. He came from the world of photography. He used to be a rapper. He knows how to make music. He knows how to make beats. It's just that I said, hey, look, this stuff that we use now, like, it's better than what you were using 20 years ago. Sure, you can use your stuff from 20 years ago, but literally, these are LED lights. These light stands aren't as heavy. These cameras are way better. Like, times have changed. Things have been upgraded. But he still has some camera gear. He still has his old stuff, some of it. A lot of it he threw out, but some of it he still has. So, we're setting up a studio. Is it an expensive studio? Did he spend a lot of money into it? Did he put a lot of money into it? If I was to say anything, it would be more like a $1,500 studio. That's nothing. $1,500 studio is nothing. Oh, and he bought laptops. He bought used laptops that are refurbished. So he bought like 4 of them. One he might take back. And this is just for now. Once we make some serious money, we're going to upgrade our equipment. Or we might use the same shit. Because who cares? Who cares what equipment we use? We're making so much good money. Who cares what equipment we use? We'll use the same shit. And now when something breaks, okay, then we go get something new. So I'm going to document that studio. I'm going to kind of do some videos of it. I'll showcase it. I'll put it up on the YouTube channel here so you guys can see it. So we're building it. On Monday, I got to go in at 6:30. Got to go to work. Got to help my business partner. Got to help him out. We're probably going to shoot a video. It's probably going to be our first live stream or pre-record. And I'm the one who's teaching him how to do this YouTube stuff because he was going to do it on his own. Then I told him, well, shoot, I could help you out. If, teach me how to make soaps. I could teach you how to do this. Maybe we could work together. Maybe I could take photos of your soaps and, this and that, yada, yada, yada. Basically, let's work together. Let's do something because I want to do something on YouTube with someone else. Sure, I can do this by myself. I have no problem with it, but I would really like to actually own a business with someone else so we can both make money and support not just ourselves, but support each other and the planet. So, literally, I found someone who is willing to give in. All right? It's going to be fun. It's going to be awesome. And we're going to take things. Forget Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast is out of here already. We're going to be streaming on all platforms. Everywhere. Oh, you bet. It's going to be everywhere. When we do pre-records or live streams, we're going to be live streaming everywhere. Not just on YouTube. We are going to go live everywhere. And we're going to tell the truth on a lot of things, on everything. Oh yeah, you wait. Me and my buddy Harlem, we got some shit to talk about that I'm going to talk about on this channel too. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. So, I'll let you know what the channel name is. I'll even have a link to it. And I'll put it in my videos here. I'll link it in my videos here. So that way you guys can go watch that channel. And then in that channel, I don't know if he wants to link this channel to some of those videos. I'll see about that. That way both channels get traction. That way more viewership, more people, more interactions. And this channel, my Biohazard Candy Kid channel, I'm going to do stuff for the other channel. I'm going to promote that channel like crazy. I'm going to kind of do like a cross, I don't know. I'm going to weave them together somehow to make it a bigger circle. This channel's not monetized, but I got some things in the works. I've been telling my buddy Harlem I got some things in the works. And Harlem, shout out to you, man. You're holding down the fort. Good job. I'm holding it down over here. I'm researching. Just in case you see this video, I just want to give a shout out to you. We're gonna get shit done. We got to hammer on this world. You know, we got to hammer the nail into the world. You know, the world is the nail. We're the hammer. We got to hammer that nail. Got to hammer it in. All right. So I wanted to put that out there. I'll maybe take some photos, do a slideshow of the setup that we have going on. I know a lot of you don't care and all that, but there are those of you who are curious, and maybe those that don't care, maybe you'll get curious one of these days since I'm talking about it. But it'll just kind of be like an update video, or kind of like a video on like the project I'm working on with a buddy of mine. All right? Alrighty, guys. So that's it. I'm out of here. I just wanted to put some stuff out there. I think I've been going for 2 hours now. Yeah, almost just about 2 hours. So, basically, yeah. Like, subscribe, share, thumbs up, thumbs down, bell notification, whatever. Make the world a better place, all right? That's all I ask. So I'll see you guys when I do my flight sim video. I still have to adjust some things on my controllers here. My throttle and yoke, my throttle and flight stick, the throttle quadrant and the flight stick quadrant. I still gotta fix some things. So yeah, just stay tuned for that. And I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, I'm gonna get out of here and go to bed. Gosh, it's 4:22 in the morning. Fuck that. Alrighty, guys. You guys take care. All right? You guys take care. So